I'm sorry. Namaste, fellow film lovers and moviegoers. I'm the Red Hat Reviewer, and today I'm going to be talking about Lion, starring Dev Patel, Nicole Kidman, David Wenham, and Rooney Mara. I had no intentions of seeing this movie, not because I thought it was terrible, it's just I'd not really heard of it. I remember months ago seeing the trailer online and thinking, man, that looks like a good movie. Too bad I'll probably never get to see it, and I completely forgot about it the next day. And then my friend called me one day and said, hey, I'm gonna go see this movie. You wanna come see it with me? And I was like, sure. I like seeing movies with my friends. Thank you, friend, for inviting me. This movie is a gem. So Lion is about Saru, a boy who lives in poverty in India, and he gets very late one evening and he wanders on an empty car train and falls asleep. The very next morning, that train is moving, and all the doors are locked, and this boy has no way to get off this train. He's without food or water for 2 whole days because this train has traveled 1,600 kilometers. So let's put this into perspective. I live in Los Angeles. 1,600 kilometers is about how far it is to Denver. Imagine if you got on an empty car train in Los Angeles and then had to travel 2 days without food or water to Denver. Holy cow! And this kid was 5! Right there I gotta mention, this is based off a true story. This is based off a memoir! So the first half of this film is about how Saru survives after getting lost. He survives on the streets, meets some other children, avoids authorities, and luckily also avoids instances of what I can only assume are child slavery or sex trafficking. And then the second half of this story takes place 25 years later. Saru's been adopted by an Australian family. He's living in Tasmania. This is around the time Google has shipped out their Google Earth program. Saru has started taking college classes. He's telling friends about how he can't remember where he's from. And they start telling him like, hey, maybe you should check out this Google Earth program. Maybe it can help you find where you're from. The one thing this film might have going against it is that it's a non-traditional story structure. There's not a definitive first, second, third act. It's 2 different narratives. Now, for a fictional movie, that might be difficult. I mean, unless you're Pulp Fiction. But of course, I gotta give this movie a pass because it's real life, and you can't expect real life to conform to Hollywood standards of storytelling. I will definitely say this is a human story. The thing that this movie excels in is the performances. First off, the kid playing 5-year-old Saru, he's such an energetic ball of energy. Energetic ball of energy, that's redundant. Despite him being in this really traumatic situation, the actor brings a lot of enthusiasm and energy and excitement. You get the feeling that there's this hope that he's not gonna let go of. He will get home. He will get home, even if it takes him 25 years. Which it did. Of course, on the other half of the spectrum, we've got Dev Patel, Nicole Kidman, Rooney Mara, who all give great performances as well. Nicole Kidman especially has a heartbreaking dilemma because she's adopted this boy and she loves him like a real mother would, but she's not his real mother, and she's conflicted with supporting Saru and trying to find his family, while also being worried that his feelings towards her are gonna change. So as far as filmic language goes, this film isn't very impressive, except for one thing. I noticed very early on that there were a lot of aerial shots pointed straight at the ground. I was thinking, hey, that's really cool, God POV, and I was anticipating some sort of faith element to be introduced, but then later it dawned on me, it's not God POV shots, it's Google Earth shots. And I thought that was a really organic way to show how older Saru is remembering places he had been when he was younger, because when we see them through the eyes of this Google Earth shot, and when he's remembering them, he's watching it through Google Earth. Needless to say, it was very clever. I gotta say, we've had a really great pool of Oscar films this year. I don't think Lion holds up to them as well, but I'm still really impressed with this film. I don't regret spending money on it. It's not exceptional in its filmmaking, with the exception of the really clever Google Earth shots. The strength of this film is definitely the performances and the human experiences and the characters. For that reason, I'm gonna give Lion 5 out of 6 thumbs up. Guys, thanks for watching. If you like this review, make sure to give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos, make sure to subscribe down below. You can also follow me on Twitter at JordanTQAd, and make sure to tip your hat to good movies. It's the end of a Bollywood film, right? Get it? Because it takes place in India, and okay, I'll stop for real this time.